So hi guys, this is our very first team call for 2018. So congratulations for being on. Good job. If I breathe in too deep, getting too excited, I'll cough. So I'm gonna try to stay real calm. Good luck to me, right? Anyway, so as you can tell, this year I'm really hoping to have stuff organized and more to the point, where you guys will have information ahead of time, right? We have the whole entire year, I guess, right now scheduled out. And there may be some impromptu ones that come up, especially when we have changes and stuff. And, when that happens, those will be last minute. But for the most part, hopefully this will, for you planners out there that know that I'm not a planner, that's a huge step. So hopefully it helps you. And if you could let myself or your sponsor coach know, when you're not going to be able to make it, but like you were planning on making, I've gotten a couple emails and texts now, for people that aren't able to make it. But if you could do that, that really helps us know kind of, who's doing it kind of this week or who might need some help and stuff. So hold on one second. I wanted to see if Patty, Lisa, are you working to get Patty on, or Susan to help Patty get on? Yeah. Okay, cool. Just wanted to make sure. All right. Well, so a couple things that have come up this week that I want to talk about, and then I will go through and answer some questions, and then we're going to do a little bit of training on the stuff that I'm going to talk about in just a minute. So one of the things is the Optivia Pay. Could you raise your hand if you've got your black card and you have your account set up to go to it and you're all good? Yeah, so Nancy, I think you're talking, if you're talking to me, you're muted, so you have to unmute.
There we go.
There you go. Hi.
Hey, so I got my card, but I asked them to send it to my bank still instead. That's
so
work.
So you have your card, but you went online to the pay portal, and you gave them your routing number and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Right. Okay. And so that's something I was going to, mention to you guys, is that something you can get it set up to where it will do it automatically, but there is a delay with some banks. And so like my credit union, it takes 2 days. And for my, for Chase Bank, it takes 24 hours. So just make sure you're financially planning for that. Or you can change everything to be paid with your black card. Now, I know some people have said, I don't want that black card. I don't do credit cards or something like that. And I just want to make sure you understand that that is a debit card. That is not a credit card. And so
a prepaid card, which is even different. So, okay. And just so you guys know, I have this in my other business too. And some people have been having a lot of problems using them for hotels and things because they put holds on them, and because of a prepaid card, it messes up. So just so everyone knows, it's not the same as a debit card or a credit card. It doesn't have the same, you can't use it in the same way.
Okay. So
be careful.
Awesome. The other thing I wanted to mention, because I was talking to a couple people over the last couple of days about this, a suggestion would be, like, I know a lot of people are like, well, I'm just going to have all the money transferred to my bank account, which totally is fine. But you may want to consider like either saving part of it for events that are going to come up, just kind of like a don't see it, don't spend it kind of thing, right? You just leave 10%, and you can actually tell it that. You can say, hey, put 50% to my fund money card or bank account, and then 20% to an account that maybe you're saving stuff for taxes, and then another part for events. And I would highly suggest you at least do 10%, because you're not going to notice the 10% gone as much, but it sure will be nice when it comes time to pay for things like Go Global or the convention or anything like that. So Jennifer, I see your hand is raised, but hold on, I'm trying to find you. So, oh, here you are. Your hair's different. Hi, hold on.
Hi.
Okay, hi. What's up?
Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, good. No, nothing. I just raised my hand because you said, has everybody gotten it done? And I have it done. I was like, yes.
All right, perfect. Okay, good. Well, thanks. I'll lower your hand.
Okay, thank you.
All right, cool. All right, so does anyone have any questions on the the pay portal part of Optavia? So if so, can you unmute yourself and ask the questions?
I have a question.
Hey.
One of my new coaches is having problem getting in, and I was under the assumption it is your username and password to get in. Does she need a special link to set up her Optavia Pay? I can't remember.
Can she get into her back office?
She says she's in Optavia Connect.
Okay,
so
then tell her scroll to the bottom and then click that thing. Usually, I mean, mine was set up to where it was the same. So unless, you know what I mean? You know how sometimes you go in there and you're messing around and, can change things? I don't know.
Okay.
By the way, the wait times are a whole lot less now, guys. I mean, I'm not saying call the company for everything, but it's a whole lot less than an hour and a half like I had been doing. So, all right.
We'll do that. Thank you.
Cool. Anybody else have any questions on the pay portal of Optavia before we go? No? Okay, cool. So now we're going to talk about some fun stuff, or at least I think it's pretty fun. And these are the challenges that are going on. Who here feels a little overwhelmed or totally confused on what's going on for challenges and stuff like that? Physically raise your hand. All right, perfect. Well, good. Yay. So basically, there are different types of people in the world, right? We have certain friends and that are attracted to like prizes and fun and jumping through hoops. We have others that just give me the bare bones basics. I don't want a lot of extra. And then, maybe there's another that's like, okay, educate me, teach me, right? And so these are all different types of ways that we're trying to help others create health in their lives and reaching them where they're at. So the first thing is, so Tracy or Robin, Tracy looks like she might be talking to someone. So Robin, do you want to maybe kind of go over some basics? I mean, we've had some questions in the group too regarding the meltdown challenge. Okay, so the two challenges we're going to talk about tonight are the Drollinger challenge and the meltdown challenge.
Right.
What
So
was the first one you said?
we've been doing, for about 2 or 3 years now.
Hold on, Robin. Hold on one second. Nancy, it's the Drollinger challenge, and I'll explain that in a few minutes after Robin discusses this, and then hopefully we'll answer your questions. And if not, your coach, will definitely be able to help you with it. Okay. So, all right. Sorry, Robin. Go ahead.
I muted myself again. So we've been doing the meltdown challenges, I think, for 3 years now. But basically, it's a separate website. And another company has set it up all with our habits of health. They've used we've used all the info from Dr. A's book. They get daily little readings to do. There's videos to watch. It's kind of like Facebook inside, where you have like your own team in one group, and you get to all talk and cheer each other on, just like a Facebook group. And it costs $23 to join. You pick a weight loss or a maintenance goal. Weight loss for this one is 4 weeks, so it's 4%. So it starts the 8th and it goes to the 5th of February. So 4 weeks. And then, so 4% of weight for weight loss, or you can maintain, or you can lose up to 3% and not gain more than 1%. So you have two options there for yourself or for your clients. They also offer a $50 scholarship for anyone who just purchased their program kit. So if they purchase it within the last 2 weeks, then they earn 100 points, they're eligible to apply for a scholarship and get $50 back. So that's always a nice thing for new clients as well. It's fun. There's no pressure or anything like that. It's just kind of little daily reminders, daily little health tips, daily accountability, just to kind of either get back on track, stay on track, or that kind of thing. So
awesome. Thanks, Robin. And by the way, the scholarships are not guaranteed and they do run out. So if that's something you really want to get on the ball with your coach to really help you figure out the ins and outs of that, it is an incredible tool to be able to use, especially with pre-clients that, they're not, they want to start getting healthy and they're hearing what you're saying, but maybe they can't financially start a program or they don't feel they can, or maybe they're just not totally ready. And so Um,
I forgot to mention that they don't have to be doing our program to join. Anybody can join. So it's great. They can be doing Weight Watchers. They can be doing their own thing, but they're getting our education. So if what they're currently doing is not working, they're learning from our stuff. And then sometimes, sometimes they decide to switch over too. So you just never know.
And yes, and Loretta says it's a great way for people to really get interested in becoming a coach, and that's so true. One of the drawbacks or whatever that some people have said is that there's two things, right? One is it's on a different platform, so you actually go to the Meltdown Challenge site, but they have an amazing app. Like it's very user friendly, I think, and accurate. And the other thing is, it is talking about daily accountability. You really can't miss too many days, without it affecting your points and stuff. So just know that for the right person, it is an incredible tool. So does anyone have any questions or anything? I mean, my goodness, I know. Well, Susan, you came from a Meltdown Challenge, didn't you? I mean, that's why you had become a coach.
Yeah, I mean, I started out in September, and then I became a client at the end of October. So,
and would you attribute a lot of, well, besides the amazing Lisa, but part of that was a community you felt in the Meltdown Challenge, right?
Oh yeah, and I was looking for something that could be a lifestyle, and that's what I saw modeled there. That they were losing weight, but the focus wasn't just on weight loss. So that to me was like, yeah, and hearing Dr. A's, learning what he said and stuff, that was really a big part.
Yes. And especially if you're not all that familiar with the habits of health, oh my goodness, as a new coach, that is a great tool to really help kind of embed the daily actions that lead people to optimal health. So fantastic. So now let's go to the second thing. Now, if you're going to do Meltdown Challenge, or you already are, my suggestion is do it. Do that only, and really work with your coach on that to really get that going. And but I am going to tell you about the second one, and this is it's different. It's a different mentality. It's very much based around a diet mentality and a winning game mentality. Okay, and so what's happening is Brian is being very, very generous. He is putting up $3,000 of his own dollars to offer prizes to our friends, clients, family, whatever. Even you. So if you're in the hunt, like if you were trying to move your body weight down on that scale, I would absolutely suggest you also join, because it's pretty simple. We do have a Facebook page for it. It's a way in and a way out. Here are some caveats to that. You have no choice. You have to post your picture and your weight on the Facebook group. Now, the Facebook group is private, but if you have a whole bunch of your friends and clients and whatever in there, and you don't want that known, then this would not be the right avenue for you to use. So Brian Drellinger is actually my coach, and so he has a huge group of people, and I'm trying to think of right now. It looks like there's about 30 coaches that are participating in this. So I don't know. We just opened everything up today. You might have seen the link in our Facebook group, or your coach will give it to you if that's something you're interested in doing. There is not a daily thing. He's going to have weekly calls, and if you get on the calls, he'll have extra little prizes and stuff for that. The top prize, there's two categories, men's and women's. And it's going to be $400. I believe it's $400, $200, $150, something like that. I'm sorry, Tracy, I meant like 85 legs or semi legs. I don't know. Because even like in my group alone, there's probably going to be about 10 to 15 coaches participating. So let me think what else I needed to let you know about that. Again, it's going to be simple. There'll be recipes every day. There'll be habits of health every day. And really, it's just to kind of introduce people to maybe not trying to do it all on their own. Or for those of us that, are participating ourselves, it's just to make it fun again, right? It always makes it fun. It lasts 28 days, and there's a 10-day rolling start. And from that, from whenever you start, it's 28 days. So there will be a 28-day wait, a 10-day wait out period as well. So it probably sounds a little bit confusing. I'm not going to go over all of it because, to be quite honest, this isn't something a lot of you are going to utilize necessarily. And, so for those of you that are, we will have a call. I believe Brian said it's Saturday morning, the 18 call. He's going to go over that with a lot of the details. So that's a real high overview of the 2 challenge type things that we have going on right now. I'll take questions, but know that I may defer you to Saturday. So, anyone? No? Hold on, Sherry. I'll come unmute you.
Okay.
Hi, Sherry.
Yeah. So is that just if you want, is Brian's just mainly to lose weight? Like if you
100%, darling. It's not about the habits of health. It's not about a lifestyle change. Although we're going to be adding that stuff, it's just, there's a difference is all I'm saying. Now, here's the thing. If you have a new client, you could put them in both because then they can win some money and then they can be solidifying their tips because it's not like it's going to take a ton more work on a client's part or a thing. Yeah, Trace?
So I think to kind of clarify the difference to me, Meltdown Challenge, there's a buy-in. 28-day shred, there is not.
Correct.
So for anyone who wants to join something but they don't want to buy in, they can join the shred and go for a prize that way. Now, Meltdown Challenge, you're competing against your own goal. You're either going to hit your goal of weight loss or maintenance. For the other one, you're competing against everyone else who's participating in the top, I don't know how many, it'll probably be talked about on Saturday.
Yeah. My guess is probably 2,000.
Yeah. So the top number of people will win. But it's not everyone who joins and says, oh, I'm going to do, this is my goal, right? So it's a different mindset, like Steph was saying. But that's, I think, a big distinction between the two. Now, you're right. You could be in both of them. You just have to understand the goal in both. One is to get to your own personal goal and compete against yourself in your own challenges. And the other one is kind of competing against other people and to be in the top echelon to win.
Yeah.
It's the biggest loser. It's a biggest loser type.
It is totally a biggest loser. And there's 6 spots for women, 6 spots for men. But there is one other thing that he's doing. And all of the people who participate will be able and encouraged to kind of do a little video of their journey for the 28 days, kind of what's changed and what's helped them. And then he hasn't really clarified yet of how the winners will be picked, right? If it's going to be at random or if he's actually going to choose people's stories, which I don't, because he's like, I can let you guys choose. I'm like, I don't want nothing. I mean, oh my gosh, right? Watching the people who did the, oh my gosh, Susan, what was it called?
Ignite.
Yeah, the Ignite videos. Every single one of those just made me tear up. I'm like, I'm not choosing between those people. So,
Steph, I think I was having a non-weight loss piece today because I was thinking about doing it because I'm doing a HIIT program, so I'm trying to get leaner, right? So they did have a spot in there. If you don't have any weight to lose, that's okay. We have prizes for you too. So I'm just curious.
That's what this is. It's the story. It's your health transformation for the 28 days. You doing a video on your story, and then I believe that they're $100 prizes, and I think he's going to do 3. So that's kind of the stuff for people who don't want to lose weight. All right. Anybody have any more questions or I don't know. Are any of you guys going to participate? It's it's free money up for grabs. Might as well. I am, because I will tell you, I've been in enough challenges and stuff to know that most people, they start out strong and they fizzle out quick. So I have seen people win big prize money games that only lost like 2%. Their whole body, I mean, it's happened. I'm just saying. So especially if you have clients, man, that love just fun or that, they just can't do the day to day, but it definitely gives them a way to be engaged in a different sort of way. I would definitely suggest doing that. Okay. Any other questions on either one of the challenges or any of the back office fun stuff, the Optavia Connect that we've been doing? Go ahead, Laurie.
So when can we start advertising that to our people?
So
On Saturday?
right now it's only coaches, and you
Okay.
can only sign up via the bit.ly link, because there's going to be 3 questions that pop up, and you have to answer those questions, because we're not approving people that don't answer the questions. I mean, because as you can imagine, Brian's team, I mean, it's going out to so many people. Like, I have no clue. There's some names I'll recognize, but some I have no clue. And so we're not touching those with a 10-foot pole, and it's up to hopefully their FIBC or global to make sure they're keeping an eye out for that. And I'm trying to, but hopefully you would either have my name or your or somebody, you know, that's on.
Okay. So
team.
then if people put my name, he'll ask me to approve them, or
No,
just check in with me?
no. So once it gets to the client level, that's going to be a little bit different, and he'll go over all of that stuff.
On Saturday.
So yeah, on Saturday, I believe. And it's the basic A-team call. I think 8 a.m. on Pacific is usually the time of that call. So.
Thank you.
Anybody else? It's like I'm trying to look at everyone's, making sure you're not trying to unmute or anything like that. Okay, so now we're just going to go into, or is there anything else anyone would like to mention or bring up? Any issues or anything that has you stuck this week? Or did you get unstuck this week? Ooh, that'd be even better. Then you could share with everybody. No? All right, who is engaged this? I mean, like you done the whole holiday thing, all that stuff's done, and you're back at it, and you're going full forward with your business. Okay, if anybody isn't, if you'd like to unmute, let's talk about it for a minute and see, because here's the other thing I know, our clients are going to do a lot of what we do. And so make sure you're inviting people to. Whose dog is that? That's not my dog.
Sorry, I am muted and the dog's started barking.
Oh, mine just heard it. Mine are like, wait a minute, there's dogs in there. I hear my dog. As long as the beagle doesn't start howling, we're good. Because once the beagle starts howling, I can't. Yeah, it's like, oh my.
It's my daughter's dog who's in California, and she doesn't like Bob. So he just came in from shoveling.
Oh my goodness, too funny. Well, and by the way, for you guys, man, if you're having snow days, I know Kristen was having a snow day today, and she really maximized. I hope we talked about her maximizing, all the actions and stuff. So, make sure you look at these extra things of time as gifts, because they really are. And I just saw Tracy say, mentioning her kids go back to school on Monday. Mine go back Tuesday. I can't wait. But yeah, I get it with the kids at home and stuff. But I will also tell you, now's a great time to reach out to your other mom friends. I'm like, oh my gosh, I bet you can't wait to get back into structure. I know I can't. Or just something like that to get the conversation started. And so that then when they have a minute to breathe or to look at stuff that you sent them, then, they're able to actually go through it. Does that make sense? Okay, and so that's the training part that I'd actually like to talk about right now, and it's making meaningful connections. And while Facebook is hands down, 75% of the, I mean, if you just did that on Facebook effectively, that would be 75%, I think, could be of your business. Like, it could be quite a bit. Anybody not living out loud on Facebook, or just kind of don't know or understand how to, or just haven't done it in a while and want some ideas of really getting back into kind of that routine or anything? Okay. So now this is a question for you. If I were to go onto Facebook right now, click on your profile, would I accuse you of being a health coach, a healthy person, or living habits of health? And if the answer is no, or I don't know, or not really, or kinda, then those are that'd be the first place that I would work, because that's easily fixable. My goodness, you guys, even just with recipes right now, right? Just putting out healthy recipes. Everybody, okay. Yeah, I am actually going to say everybody is just looking to eat a little bit healthier, eat a little bit cleaner, right? Some people are actually on programs or looking for programs or stuff like that. I was just thinking about this today, but I have to do the math to figure it out. I know when I've put posts like, you know, the Optavia shakes and stuff, and I put nutrition. So maybe I put a recipe and I put nutrition information and then actually put like how many Weight Watchers points they are. You'd be shocked because right, people who are doing Weight Watchers, they're looking for stuff that has the points, right? And then they're like calling you, oh my gosh, oh, I guess I could have a couple of those because it's hard for me to get all the meals made or this and that. So that's an idea. You know, even putting things like keto friendly on a lean and green recipe, oh my gosh, that people look at those things because so just whatever programs are floating around in your area, I think across the United States, different different areas are heavy with different types of things. But the more you show how we can kind of help them in those, yeah, those would be good. So right, and Robin has just put on the chat the hashtag keto, right? Hashtag WW points, like all that stuff, because those are going to come up when other people are looking for those things. Does that make sense? Anybody have any other ideas or thoughts when I'm talking about that? Like, oh my gosh, I could totally put blah blah information. Go ahead, Robin. Oh, I thought you were raising your hand. Nobody else has any ideas? What are people doing in your area that aren't doing what you're doing?
Yoga.
Okay.
They do yoga and they're vegan.
Okay. So the vegan thing we can't really help with, obviously. But the the yoga stuff, if you just put information out there on how important it is to fuel your body prior to blah, you know what I mean? Like just factual tips like that, I think that those things really will help. And what it does is it engages people to actually read your post and to really look at you as someone who is talking about health and not just Optavia everything all the time. And yoga is really good because you can do poses and stuff. When you got your body all in weird contraptions, people are going to look at those pictures and read the thing and comment something, right? They do. Or put some super cute leggings on and do it. You know what I mean? Like those types of things. Because really look and see what attracts you on other people's posts, which, by the way, so I don't know, I guess there's all these studies and stuff that show how our minds crave color. And that's why these things are, really messing us all up, especially at night when you're laying there in bed and, or scrolling through Facebook. I mean, not that any of you guys would do that, but I've done it before. So Josh actually put this thing on my phone where it turned, like you hit it 3 times and it turns everything black and white. Oh my gosh, it really makes a difference. Like your body, yeah, it's like, I don't know, I don't want to use food as an example, but it's just something your body's craving and then you have it and it doesn't have that, whatever you were looking for. Those things don't fire in your brain. And so it's very interesting about color and stuff, but I'm actually saying to use that as the opposite is make sure your stuff is colorful, right? Or black and white, like be different, like stand out. And everybody, all of our feeds are going to be different, but our friends' feeds are probably going to look a whole lot like ours. Does that make sense? Okay, so it's 6:30. I was hoping that, these calls will go about 30 minutes. Trying to think of a good way. Like, what do you guys think? What would be a good way for someone to just look at our Facebook feed for us and give us an honest opinion of it? Like, find a partner. Look on the screen, say, hey, I know, we don't know each other that well, but could you just look at it and what tips would you give me? Right? Because that's us getting out of our own way, making sure we're showing up with how we truly are. Because I don't know about you guys, but I know as newer coaches or people who aren't that familiar with Facebook, they overthink their posts a ton. You've got a lot of really good resources here in the group as well. People who have taken extra training, like on professionals that teach how to do, how to engage people well with Facebook and stuff. Go look at Susan's Facebook page if you need some ideas. She's got some really great different ways she posts and different topics, so it doesn't look like she's all, one track mind. And so, and then you just steal all her stuff. Right? All right.
Don't share it, download it, and then retype words in your own, but the images and stuff, we can change all the stuff. For some of you, if we have a lot of the same friends, maybe not so much.
But Susan, I bet you can help someone else know who to go look at, right? I mean, because on different teams or different of us, right? That can help with that. Tracy, were you going to say something?
Yeah, I don't know if everyone knows that you can look at Facebook, look at your own feed as someone else or as the public. So if you go into, if you look at your own, your page, you can go up kind of on the top right where there's like the 3 little dots thing, and you can say view page as. And so I could say view my page as, some person that I just met and just became friends with. And it would be, I would know what that person is seeing when they look at my page.
Yeah, let me show you guys real quick what she's talking about.
Great.
So this is my personal Facebook page, right? So I opened it up and I went to my name. And then down here, there's these 3 little dots. And so that's what she's talking about. And so view as, and so where's this? Oh, so it's right. So I can either put as a specific person. Right now it's telling me what the public sees, right? And then, or I could say, okay, as a certain person would see. So let's say Dr. A. Let me see what he sees when he sees my page. Although I don't think I hide anything. But anyway, so it's really interesting to see the different ways and what's going to show up. Okay. So we are done. Anybody have any questions or anything? Did that open up any whatevers for you? Okay. Thank you guys for being on. And our next call, well, if you're doing the Drawlinger Challenge, that's going to be, and it's called 28-Day Shred. That's going to be Saturday morning. And there may be a training thing tomorrow night. I don't know. I'm not in charge of that. It's not my deal, but I will definitely let you know about it. And then other than that, we have the rest of the schedule set up. So bye, you guys. Thanks for being on.